In this video, I have a look at how you set up a Windows version of a device for ourProbes. So I'll basically be following through the steps in the Help menu and then showing you some utilities I use to also install the Windows version as a service, because normally on Windows you want to run it as a service, so it just starts up with whatever machine you're hosting it on. So let's have a look. So we're on the Help page, and down here under Device Setup for Windows, this is the instructions for getting a copy of the ourProbes device that will run on Windows, and then also I'll show how to set it up as a Windows service. So I'll just be following through the steps here. So first I'll download ourProbes zip, which contains the ourProbes device that can run on Windows. Just to let you know, I have a developer blog that covers more details about how this was created, but for now I'll just show you how to use the executable that was created from the process shown in that development blog. So let's download that, ourProbes zip, and you see it just downloads to my downloads file. It tells me here that I need to create a folder to host that, so I'm going to go out to my file manager, and I've created a folder called ourProbes, and I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to open up the zip, just grab the two files that are in there, ourProbes folder. The other thing I need is a configuration JSON file, so that has the information about what probe it is and how to connect to the Google IoT service. So I can get one of those by going to my list of devices. I've already set up the device called D04, which is going to be my Windows device. I've already set up all the information and the information about the keys. So all I need to do is go in and create and download this config JSON for this file. Again, that's going to go out into my downloads file, so let's go out there again. I'm going to grab that and also put that in that ourProbes file, and I just need to change the name. Now as it is, this should run, so let me try that out. And run the executable, and you see here it started, and it's already started doing probe tests on what was set up as probes for this device. So everything's working under Windows. I could just let it run like this. Let me Control-C out of that. But normally under Windows you want it to run continuously in the background, not really have to look after it. So that's what I'm using. If we go back to Help, so we've got to the stage 5. So the last thing here is I want to install it as a Windows service, and there's a utility called Non-Sucking Service Manager. I'm not sure whether I like the name, but it seems to work well, so I'm going to grab that. So again, it's just a download. And I'm going to grab this one here. So again, downloads to my downloads file as a zip file. So I'm going to go out there, open up the zip, and it has different builds for this. The one I want is the Win64 version, so I'm going to copy that, and again I'll put that over into this ourProbes folder. If I just run NSSM, so let me go to our DOS window and just run NSSM. It gives me instructions how to run it, and basically I want to do an install, so I'm going to do an NSSM install and then the name of the program I want to install. call them all the same thing. What this does is fires up a GUI so I can complete the install. So I select the path where it's located. So in this case it's in our ourProbes folder. There's no arguments for it. Service name ourProbe sounds good. I don't want to change any details. I'll run it under a local service account. Seems to work okay. Don't need to change processes. And I think under exit is about the only place I want to change it. So if it fails or exits, I want it to restart. But I'll delay it by 60 seconds so it doesn't get into a continuous loop if it does run into really bad problems. So I'm going to install the service. It says it's been installed. If I go to Task Manager, look under Services, and look for the service, I can see ourProbe. So all I need to do is start that up. So let me start it. And it's running, and that's all there is to it. So every time you start Windows now, that service will be fired up in the background, and it's going to be running that device.